Number 5.
Media around the world has extensively covered the tests of North Korean land-based missiles, especially the recently tested Hwasong 14 missiles, which has the capability to reach the United States. But away from the limelight, North Korea is developing another weapon which has the potential to be its most dreaded weapon. The Sinpo class submarine, also called the Gorae or whale in English, is a new class of submarine produced in North Korea. Only one submarine has been observed in service. It's the largest submarine designed and built for the Korean People's Navy and is intended to deliver ballistic missile, which makes it a lethal threat. The new type is 65 meters, that's 213 feet long, has a beam of about 6.5 meters or 21 feet, and displacement of around 2,000 tons, making it much larger than the existing Sang-O and Yono Class submarines. Nuclear-armed ballistic missile submarines are an exclusive club. Only the US, UK, France, Russia, China, and India have them. Now North Korea is poised to join the club with impending operational deployment of this submarine. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why Sinpo class submarine is the weapon the US, South Korea, and Japan should be worried about.
Number 4.
Sinpo class submarine was first discovered in Google Earth and other satellite imagery in 2014. Seoul's Defense Ministry said on the 16th of September 2014, based on recent US and South Korean intelligence, we have detected signs of North Korea developing a vertical missile launch tube for submarines. At the time, North Korea's submarine-launched ballistic missile (SLBM) program was only a rumor on the peripherals of the defense analysis community. Armed with these rumors, the discovery of the submarine was not entirely a surprise, but it was an undeclared type as far as North Korea was concerned. Its existence had been kept a well-guarded secret. Perhaps under the previous Dear Leader, the project would have remained obscure, but it was thrust into the prominence by the North Korean regime under Kim Jong-un. Along the way, there have been plenty of questions about capabilities and some skepticism among observers.
Number 3.
The submarine has one launch silo mounted in the sail. This configuration is similar to the Russian Golf and Hotel class submarines. This may be no coincidence, as North Korea received a number of Golf class hulls as scraps in the 1990s. It also allows the submarine's hull to be much smaller, which is a sensible consideration for a resource-starved country, and even more so if the design is only intended as a test platform or limited operating capability. The submarine has single hull construction and appears close in overall hull form to the indigenous MS-29 Yono. However, being much larger, it probably has 3 decks of just over 2 meters each. The bow is likely to contain a relatively modest circular sonar array like other North Korean boats. With the forward ballast tank directly behind it, 2 or 4 torpedo tubes are likely carried above it. Behind the torpedo room would be the control room with access hatch in the forward portion of the sail. In the center of the sail, behind the control room, a single missile tube points skyward. The missile itself does not extend the whole length of the tube, but requires a compressed air launch system and compensation tanks. The second half of the boat is likely to be dominated by engines and machinery. The submarine has diesel-electric propulsion, and there's no indication of air-independent power (AIP) being fitted. A large number of heavy-duty lead-acid batteries are probably carried on the lower deck. Crew space would be distributed around the above features, mostly in the forward half of the boat. It has an estimated range of 2,800 kilometers or 1,500 nautical miles and a probable endurance of about 20 to 30 days.
Number 2.
The submarine is designed to carry a single KN-11 ballistic missile. It was reported the North had carried out dozens of tests on the ground and at sea to integrate the KN-11 in the Sinpo class submarine. KN-11 is officially recognized by North Korea, South Korea, and the United States to have been successfully launched from this Sinpo class submarine on the 24th of August 2016. This test was repeated again successfully in February of 2017. With these test launches, the vessel is now taken very seriously. The original KN-11 missile is a direct reverse-engineer copy of the Soviet R-27 missile. The missiles tested from the submarine appeared to have been modified to be solid-fueled. As per South Korean analysis, the missile has an approximate range of around 2,000 kilometers.
Number 1.
For the time being, the submarine should be regarded as a test platform with limited operational capability. Although less sophisticated than Western or South Korean systems and nowhere near what the US has, a ballistic missile firing submarine represents a significant advance for the submarine fleet of the Korean People's Navy. The KN-11 missile's 2,000-kilometer range, coupled with the submarine's 2,800-kilometer range, enables North Korea to strike US bases in Guam, Okinawa, as well as provides the ability to hit South Korea and Japan. As of now, North Korea is dependent on land-based missiles for nuke delivery till this submarine is operationally deployed. Land-based missile sites are vulnerable to preemptive attacks. Ballistic missile submarines are considered to be the most survival nuke delivery option, as they can loiter in the vast oceans away from the preying eyes of enemy aircrafts or satellites. This makes them virtually undetectable. These are the greatest deterrents to rival nations, since they know that a preemptive strike will be retaliated with devastating strike from these submarines. North Korean submarine technology is currently crude, but as with their missile technology, things will improve in coming days. It's reported that North Korea is developing a follow-up version of the submarine named Sinpo C, which will be larger and have the ability to carry more missiles. North Korean nukes are getting smaller and will soon be suitable for mounting in missiles. These submarines, coupled with nuclear-tipped ballistic missiles, will make it very hard for the US and its allies to target North Korea in the future, as it will certainly result in retaliation with a huge loss of lives.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.